Hello and thanks for stopping by. This is going to be, I don't even know what part, 15 it will be in the title. Anyway, of my deck collection, and this is going to be all my small decks. So I'm not including any that I've modified to make small, just ones that were already small. Okay, and the first one, not a deck per se, but I didn't know where else to include this. So this is the box that the tarot tiles came in, and these are by Jamie Sawyer, and they are the Spirit Keepers Vitruvian edition, I believe is what they are based on. And I spent as much on these as I might have spent if I had tried to buy the deck itself. But I just really wanted some tarot tiles, and I thought, you know, they're expensive, so why not get a set for a deck that I really want, which is ridiculously expensive. So I have these, and I already have the Spirit Keepers Revelation edition, the book of maps and everything, so I know there are a few differences, but not enough that I think it's going to be any problem to read with these, with that book, or even the Little White Book. And those are the backs. Very nice. So, it's a little deck, kind of. It's actually very chunky because they're pieces of wood, and I keep them in this black bag, not in the box, so that I can mix them up and pull out randomly. Let's have a look at oracles, because I have a lot of small oracles. This one is the Warwick. Yes, the Warwick Oracle. Let's see if we can zoom in more. Okay. So this is the Warwick Oracle. It's from Make Playing Cards, I think. It's by Owasama. She is a tarot tuber as well. Very sweet, wonderful person. And there's a couple cards and info on it. I just really like the artwork. I haven't really used it yet, but I think it's just, let's do this way. I like the keywords, and it's in, so they have English and French, and sometimes just English, but I'm guessing maybe it's the same in French. So I wish this artwork was bigger. It would probably be a difficult task to enlarge this and not ruin it, and probably would have to use AI or something. Anyway, it's very cute, and I really like it. Someday maybe I'll end up using it with something. I don't really have anything right now that I use it with. I just liked it, and I was already ordering from Make Playing Cards anyway, so I added it on. And some of them are landscape. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, like a third of the deck, looks like about a third of the deck is landscape. I just like the keywords and the art. I just wish it was bigger. Okay, so that's the Warwick Oracle. And then I forget what I have in this bag. The Curious, it's called the Curious Oracle. Yes, a Curious Oracle. I think that's just a art card. Ah, there we go. So I'll leave these here. And then here's more information. And then it comes with this. I don't know if this is still available or not. It basically just has this pamphlet. And so there's different like suits: body, motion, intuition, heart, mind, blessings, and spirit. And then there's like levels in each suit. And I haven't really used it like that. In fact, I think I've only ever used it once. Really like the art and stuff. Let's see what, I forget what this piece of paper is. Ah, okay, so it's just kind of an about this deck. So let's look at the cards, some of the cards. They're small. We'll do it this way. So they have a title, and then the number on top is the suit, and the number on bottom is the level in the suit, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this one for the Evening Star is level 7. Yes. Okay, that tracks. So it's its own system, but it could also just be used as an oracle deck with another deck. However you want to use an oracle deck, you don't have to. It's got good keywords on it. So a title, if you think of it this way, it's just a title and a keyword. And it's 7 suits and 7, so 49. Is it 7 and 7? Yes. I just really like, again, I just really like the artwork. I haven't really used it. And I'm not sure if, like, on their website they have a spread for it, or if there was a PDF. I can't remember now. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of feels a little Lenormand-ish. Anyway. That is a curious oracle, and it is curious. And those are the backs. All right, and here we have, oh yeah, one of these are rock bull. I like these. This is the only one I have like this of these little decks, because they usually, if I remember correctly, have like a picture on one side and the meaning on the other side or something. I don't know why. I can't say for sure why. This is the only one I have. I do use this one. I like this. I like that it has a title and a keyword and then a little affirmation, I guess. This feels affirmation-y. And it even has the Latin name of the plant. What happened there? Arg. It's a nice little deck to just throw in with a reading. I should look at their other little ones and see, because I know like they have a mermaid one, I think. Why don't I have the mermaid one? That makes no sense for me. And then it's a nice little magnetic box, but still it likes to come open, so I keep it in a bag. And then this one is the White Hair Wisdom, which the creators recently came out with a large version of this, which I'm tempted to get. So it has a decent sized book. It's definitely bigger than the cards. And like all of their decks, it's kind of like a little story, which you can read each card as a standalone or the whole thing as a storybook. There we go. And I'm trying to remember, what did I use this with recently? I can't recall. It's on very nice linen cardstock. I don't know if they still are selling this little one or not. And the backs have the white hair. I just like their decks a lot. I mean, I'm resisting the urge to just get them all. But I have a feeling that one day I will succumb and I will get there. There's the Cottage Magic, which I don't have, and this in the larger version that I don't have. And I think someone did a side-by-side of the larger one and the smaller one, and there are changed cards, or even they might have like kept cards but like switched up titles on them or something. And I can't remember who that was. It might have been Frost and Forest. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I saw it and I was like, ah, dang it. I really want the big one now. So that is that. Okay, a few more oracles. So Roots and Wings, I also have the mini of it. You see this a lot on my channel. It's nice and small. So this is actually the one I travel with, because it comes in a tin. And it's still the rose petal, but I think it's thinner cardstock. It's very flexy, easy to shuffle. So I have 3 versions of the Roots and Wings because I got the original bigger one, the mini, and then I also backed recently when they did their recent Kickstarter, which was, I forget the name of the deck now. I got it, I backed it, but you could also get an updated version of the Roots and Wings. I think it's gilded even. So I have that also. There's going to be an upcoming video with all my decks that I have multiple versions of, with all those versions side by side. So, and that's the backs of that one. And that's the nice tin. The guidebook, the little guidebook that comes with this, doesn't fit in here, does it? No, it doesn't. The little pamphlet doesn't fit inside the tin. Okay, Seeds of Shakti. Excuse me. This actually has a separate guidebook, which is bigger, a little bit too big to put in a bag and put this together. I just like this artwork, a chakra card and a moon phase card. And there is information on the creator. And this is still available, I believe. And the backs, you have these black and white. And put this in the right. Okay. And I just like this artwork. I like, there's a, like, kind of like suits in it. And I like the key phrases. Yeah, there's like moon card ones, and then there's chakra ones, and there's, I don't have the guidebook handy, or I could speak to this more clearly. I don't know, I like it. I think it's a nice little deck. And this next one is Nature Nurture, and has it's gilded in gold. It's just a little deck. I don't know how many cards. Does it say 45? And it has this little guidebook. And I actually got this to pair with another little deck I have. So hold on. So I got it to pair with the Shamanette. I believe that's how you say it correctly. And it has 3 world cards. These are the 2 extras that I don't have in right now. Let's see what we think of the pairing. Because there's the line work and everything is so delicate in this, and the deck is small. I don't like to use like a really big oracle with it because I feel like it can kind of get lost. But I felt like this would be a good companion. Yeah. I like this. What do you think? Do you think they pair well? This isn't a pairing video, but these two are both little and intended to go together by me. And the chaminette is kind of its own thing. It has a good guidebook. The guidebook explains a lot. It's kind of formatted weirdly, and you can also get a PDF. It really helps with this deck, I think. The guidebook does. Although it can be just read the deck, read the images, go with what you know, and go from there. It's not really RWS. It's RWS adjacent, I would say. Yeah, I like these two together. I think that works. I'm gonna have to use that. Okay, back to tarot. So the fairly recent Kickstarter of the Victorian Fairy Tarot came with a mini version of it. There it is. I think I've riffle shuffled this to see if it could be riffle shuffled, and that's why it's a little bent. And you've seen this a lot, I think. Not everyone was thrilled with how the Kickstarter came out. Personally, I would have liked better, different cardstock and less of all of the bells and whistles. And this cardstock is perfectly fine. It's just, it was an expensive Kickstarter, and I would have preferred better cardstock and maybe a little more attention to the details of the artwork. It feels a little yellow tinged. I'm okay with it. It's just, I don't use the bells and whistles they sent. The big, beautiful box, or the very, very sheer spread cloth. I feel like I'm bitching. I like this deck. I think they just got carried away with all of the bells and whistles. This is the Metanoia Marseille mini from the first edition. I've also backed the second edition, but they didn't offer a mini of the second edition. I wonder if the mini just didn't do that well. What's happening here? Okay, so those are the backs. And it's this beautiful robin's egg blue. And then it has all of these meaning cards, which is very nice. And then it has two oracle-ish cards. And I think that we've all seen this deck different places. It's very beautiful, and I'm very excited to get the second edition and kind of compare it to this edition. We'll see what I think, which I prefer, or if they're just apples and oranges and I like them both. And it's on nice rose petal, not too heavy. Why is he upside down? So pretty. Sometimes I just get it out and look at it because it's so pretty. Yeah, and it's nice to have a little mini one. I watch Marilyn at Tarot Clarity, and she has her big signature spread. So a little deck like this is nice for a big spread like that. Or for, you know, a year ahead. It's nice to have little decks for a year ahead. Everybody is kind of on a Minchiati craze lately, and I have had for a while the Brian, somebody, I'll put it, there was a Minchiati put out, it's kind of mass market, it has a really good book, and there's all these cards. It's not real pretty. I mean, it's well enough done, but then I saw this and I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And the cardstock is just, it's like, is it linen? Just like the finest, barest amount of linen. Anyway, and it's a nice little size. I think it's even smaller than a Fournier. Let me grab a Fournier. Here we have one. Let's see. Yep, it's even smaller than a Fournier. Oh, that card's bent. I wonder if I bent those when I was trying to shuffle, or if they came that way. I can't remember if I tried to shuffle this yet or not. Anyway, this is, look at that, the gold foiling. It's more of a copper foiling. This is stunning. Definitely following this creator, see what else they make, because I love this. Love that. It's a, you know, it's a Minchiati, it's a different system thing. It's very beautiful artwork. Very well done. I love it. I'm not really crazy about the more historic looking Minchiatis. I like this a lot. And it's edged in like a navy blue. Okay, and then this is the Tarot Sirene. It's by the Wandering Oracle people. I don't know if they're still making these or not, if they went on a break or if they're just not anymore. I'm glad I got them when I did. Well, we'll just do their decks side by side because I have both of them. So I also have the Marshmallow, Marseille. They're both Marseille-based decks. It's just the Sirene. Everybody is a mer person. And they're just a cute little size. Those are the different backs. There's a mer person. And I like them both. Even the death skeleton is a mer skeleton. And I don't know enough about TDM to tell you TDM1, TDM2, or some other ones I know. Marilyn at Tarot Clarity is mentioning one or the other of these was based on some historic deck. She has vast amount of knowledge in regards to the historic decks. I do not. I like these. I like they don't have bug eyes. I can't do the bug eyes. So they're Marseille. There you go. Marseille of some flavor. Are they on the same cardstock? Yeah, they are. So that's the Marshmallow Marseille and the Tarot Sirene. And recently, so I have the Forest Spirit imprint, larger size, not the one with the holographic green edging, the one with the white borders. I prefer that. But then I saw that they have a mini, and that's the backs of the mini, and it's on linen. Very nice linen cardstock. Let's see, centered well enough. You can actually riffle shuffle this. It's very nice. I love that they came out with a mini for this. I've really been loving minis lately. So we're not going to do a full flip through of the Spirit imprint, but it's the same. It's some of it's cropped a little bit. The artwork is cropped a little bit for the mini size. Yes, very nice. Very, very nice quality. And it was like $20. It was before the tariff, so I don't know what it would cost now. There's that. If tariffs would apply or not. Okay, and I have 2 sizes of the Tabula Mundi. This isn't really a mini, but I'm going to include it here just because it is smaller than regular tarot. I have big hands, but there you go. And again, I just like having a smaller size deck for the bigger spreads. And it's on nice cardstock, very nice. And I got the deck and cards in this size. And then it has the extra lust card. I forget what was the deal with that. Yeah, and that's the size. It's the Minutum Mundum. Yes. 2 different lists. Okay. And this is the 2nd edition of the Stunning Tarot. Yes, the 2nd, which came as a mini. And in this one, you can tell, see, I've heard other people complain about this, that the cups being pink and the swords being red, and they're really very close. It's hard to tell those 2 colors apart. I think there's one version I have where you can tell that apart better. And the purple isn't as purple. Anyway, it's the same deck basically. There's a few differences. And I think I've done a whole side-by-side of all the versions I had up until that point. Until Stunning Tarot 5 came out. So I don't have the first, so I have 2, 3, 4, and 5 now. But it's nice that this one is small. I'm not going to ever let this go because I like having a small version of it. And the Tarot of Trees. I know I said this in another video recently, I wish they would come out with a regular tarot-sized version of this instead of just having a mini and a ginormous, which I don't even know if you can get the ginormous anymore. I really like this deck. I like having the mini because I'm really into minis lately, but I would like to have a standard tarot-sized version of this too. They did such a good job of making trees emote. Yes, I really like this deck. I wonder how this would work with that nature nurture. Hold on, let's see. All right, let's try it out. Oh, I like it. Oh, I'm so happy to have found another deck to pair this with. Very nice. Yes, I like it. Just a few more. Trees. Okay, we'll stop there. Okay, and I have a pocket edition and a regular size edition of the Wild Unknown. You've all seen this many times. It's very famous, very popular. Some people don't like it. I like it. I find that when I use this for readings for other people, they like it. It's a little different. I think that some of the cards go their own way, but I'm okay with that. And it's small. Like in my small decks. And it's small, but it has a guidebook that fits in the tin, which is nice. Okay, and here we have, this is the Gaucho Arcana. So I had, it's a Mickey Mouse one. I had previously backed the Steamboat Arcana in the regular size, but then I was regretting, it's the guidebook, not getting the mini and also not getting the other version, the Gaucho's Arcana. So I just thought, you know what, I'll just get this one in the mini. Those are the backs. And I think it's super cute. Don't think I've even shown the other deck. Have I? I don't know. I'll have to go look. I might have to do a video with all of my new kind of storybook. I don't know what you would call this genre, but I've gotten a lot of decks lately that I feel like would go in the same category together with this. I think it's super cute. I like it. I like the older Mickey. And it does have, I don't know, I forget how many, but it has additional oracle cards in it. I think 5-ish. I could have done with smaller borders, bigger art, but you know, it is what it is. So that's the Gaucho's Arcana, and I think you can still get this. All right, we're getting closer. The Lightseer's Pocket. We've all seen the Lightseers a million gazillion times. Nice little guidebook. They didn't put any pictures in it. They just have the text, which is good, which is nice. And it's on really nice cardstock. I wish the bigger one was on nice cardstock like this. Kind of might be the only thing I don't like about the mass market Lightseers is the cardstock. But I'm glad to have a small one now for big spreads. Maybe someday they'll re-release it on better cardstock. I would get another copy. Yep, it's the Lightseers. Same backs, and I didn't edge it, and I probably won't. All right, the 3rd edition of the El Goliath came out, and while I wouldn't call it small, really, it is not gigantic. It's still smaller than regular tarot. Has all the extra oracle cards, but it's a nice size. I saw someone say that they didn't like the size of this. I do, because the other one is huge, and it's great for smaller spreads, and the backs are different. But it's terrible for big spreads, so I'm happy to have a smaller version of this, and I don't think any of the art is changed. Just reformatted to fit smaller cards. And it's thinner cardstock too than the big one. So I'm happy with the change. I don't know that I would go with anything smaller than this because the artwork is very detailed, but I'm happy with this size. Okay, and I have the lily white and lily black, and I actually had the lily black mini at one point in time, but I let it go. I just wasn't crazy about it. And then I decided I wanted but I still wanted a mini of it. So I got the lily white mini, and I'm very happy I did. This is such a beautiful deck. And I'm very happy to have a small one that I can do big spreads with. I keep saying that, big spreads, blah, blah, blah. They're good for travel, but I don't travel that much, and I don't know that I would travel with a deck like this, but they're great for big spreads. Ah, love that Hermit. It's the lily white. We've seen this before. But the mini is very nice. In my big hands. Here we go. And it's in a very nice clamshell magnetic box. Okay, and I have a copy of the Thompson Ling, which is small, and those are the backs. And it's it's RWS adjacent. There's stuff like this, which is different, which feels more like, I don't know, I think, actually, are swords water in this? No, those look normal. What was, besides the name differences, I thought there was something else besides this very Picard arrangement, Ude's Picard arrangement of the miners. In some places, and then in some places not. It's a weird hybrid, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I have the guide as a PDF, so I don't have it handy. But yeah, see, it's stuff like that. It's kind of, I don't know, weird, different. RWS, but not. Okay, and then in this bag, I have the Pixie Pop, which is a Fournier-sized deck. Has that art card, but it also has the Visionary, so you get that card twice. So it's a recoloring of the RWS. All right. I don't know if you can still get this. Those are the backs, and it's edged in black, and I just love the colors in it. I love the adapting skin tones while staying true to the RWS, and I like that it's small. Like that moon a lot. So it's the same but different. And if I remember correctly, yeah. It's bendy enough to riffle shuffle it. I have it in order for some reason, so I don't want to do that. But all right, we just have two more Fournier decks. I only have two. The Tarot Carlo Tides or Carlo Tides. I've heard it said both ways. I have no idea which is correct. it's kind of like a fairy tale based deck. There are many stories in here that are recognizable. I just love this. I just wish this was in a big version also. I would love this art larger. Love this deck. Here you go, the Emperor with no clothes. I love the backs. Love everything about this. I do love the little size. I just would like to have a big one also. I love this Hierophant. I'm going to stop there because I love that card. And the other Fournier deck I have is Trio.of.Witches. And the Fournier guidebooks in multiple languages in very tiny print with not a whole lot of info. Those are the backs. And I did edge mine to match that. I think it matches it pretty freaking well. And this one has more of the esoteric associations. You have the Hebrew letter and the astrology. And if I knew more, I would probably, there's probably more Easter eggs hidden in this if I was more into that level of esotericism, which I am not. But I like this. I like the there's a lot of unibrows in there, which I think are freaking adorable. I love all the creepy little people. I think that's a great Two of Cups. Look at the Five of Cups. Oh my God, so cute. Chariot with reindeer? I don't know. Look at these teeny little people in the tower. I love this little deck. I've thought about getting, is it the Dios Trace or whatever the heck it's called. But it's just, it looks like a lot. And then given the small size, it feels like it would be a lot in a tiny little package. And I don't think I could handle it. Okay, well that was all my small decks. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any small decks that I didn't have, you should suggest them to me in the area below for comments. So thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself and have a nice day. Bye.